In this video, we're going to discuss tips. Okay, so tips are one of the major contributions towards your overall compensation. Of course, you're going to get, most positions at least have some combination of an hourly rate, in addition to tips and other incentives like getting reviews or getting prospects, information from prospects so we can follow up. But tips are the point of discussion right now. So tips are going to be probably about the second biggest component of your compensation overall. I will say, so do a good job. If you do a good job, there's a very good likelihood that you will get tipped, particularly in the communities that we serve, the retirement communities, gated communities, affluent communities in general. Many of those customers have, the resources to be able to tip service providers, and because they appreciate it, they're respectful, and they have the means to do so. So do a good job, and you will likely get tipped a high probability of times, or a good probability of times. I will say how it's expected to deal with tips is if they're cash tips, you get to keep them in particular. If they're not, it's just too complicated to deal with, to be honest. Cash tips you get to keep. So anything beyond what we would quote for the job, for the flat rate or hourly rate, whatever the total quote for the job is, anything beyond that you can keep if it's a cash tip. Emphasis on cash. How it's expected to be split is if there's multiple people in the vehicle on that appointment, you're splitting it equally. Okay, split it equally. Cash tips. The person that gets received, receives the money doesn't necessarily get to keep it. Split it amongst whoever's in the vehicle, because ultimately whoever's on the appointment, that's who earned it. So that's essentially a summary on cash tips. You get to keep it, split it evenly amongst the people on that appointment.